information. So let us give you an opportunity to ask question. If there is any question, the floor is yours. You can raise a hand. I can see a hand from Makando. Makando, come in.
Thank you. Thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to ask the question. My brief question is on the techniques like the Feynman. I did not see very well whether it have to be selected or when you are on the ChatGPT. So that's what I want to know. Do you go on the ChatGPT and then you are going to select Feynman or mental what?
Yeah. Maybe let me answer to this one. Feynman is a technique. So there is nothing to select from the application itself. It's the way you ask questions. Okay? As you can see on the screen, yeah. So this is a technique. So you can try when you are using it. Look at something that is really very difficult for you to understand. And when you ask this question, indicate to the system to explain as you are a student in grade 8, because then the system will understand that it has to be very specific, have to go deeper in the explanation, providing more information for you to understand. But there is no way to click to indicate Feynman technique on the application. So it's the same for the mapping. The mapping, you will just ask in your question, if you see the example that you have there, can you give me a mental map of the atomic structure, for example? Okay. So when you do that,
thank you very much.
The system will provide that visual way about atomic structure. Yes. Okay.
Okay, well appreciated.
Okay, you are welcome. I can see also the hand of Upora. Sorry if I read wrongly your name. Come in.
Yes, it's okay. Good morning. Thank you for giving me the floor. This is a very educative session. However, I also want to access the session a bit later. Will you provide us with the link, or did you guys record this session for us to do it again later? Or
yeah, no, we record it. We record it, and we'll give you access. So I want to show you where you will get access to. Okay, just give me a second before I give opportunities for others to answer to ask questions. If you look, for example, the e-learning platform, I'm sure you can see what is shared. So let me. There were an error. So I think when you access the e-learning platform that students use at NAST, you will see there is a poster. Can you see it?
Yes, you can see it.
So if you click on this, I'm not sure, many students have told me that they've never seen this, but it's there for many years. If you click on the poster, it will open a site that we developed specifically for students. So video tutorials, it gives different techniques on how to use the e-learning platform, how to log in, select a theme, navigation techniques, user management. So this is for students and lecturers. They use this if they want to learn something. Now for a webinar like this one, so after we have worked and split different videos in smaller clips, easy to manage, because if you look at the recordings is 2 hours and it's difficult to go through a video of 2 hours. So we are going to split it in smaller pieces for you to get what you want and to follow. So for students, you will click on webinar for students and you will get information of the today webinar there. Okay, so we'll split in small clips that will be able to access. Okay, but I will give you the information through the communication, also through the Telegram channel. As I said, we are going to create a Telegram group where students can also intervene by contributing, by asking questions is very important. Because what we are discussing today is in the category of what we call soft skills. This is soft skills because it's not related to a specific hard skill, which is the subject you are learning. So this is soft skill, something that is going really to add value to your learning processes. And it will really help you, and we'll discuss about that. Okay, so this is where you are going to get the videos. Okay, let's give another opportunity. I have Emilia Amunyela. Emilia?
Yes, I just wanted to find out a bit regarding the Turnitin platform. Perhaps just to know as to if NAS didn't see the necessity of making this platform also maybe accessible for students, just to perhaps certain attempts, maybe 2 or 3 for a student to find out their level of plagiarism, and perhaps I'm believing that it can motivate good writing and maybe responsible academic work. That's just my understanding. Yeah.
Okay, Media. No, are you saying students don't have access to the Turnitin? Or you want to? You are talking about the AI part within Turnitin.
I personally did not experience it.
The Turnitin.
No.
So that's what I know. No, all students have access to. All students have access to Turnitin through the online course. When lecturers ask you to submit, you will submit through a Turnitin assignment. So it's not you, the student, who should create that. The lecturer is the one doing it. I will give you also another opportunity, probably, to train you on how it works with Turnitin. So all students at NAST, all of them, they have access to. Otherwise, you need to find out from your lecturer why probably they are not using it. That's one.
Does it give feedback to the student? Maybe that's where you didn't get me. It's about giving back the feedback to the student, not necessarily to send it straight to the lecturer.
Yeah. Okay, let me go there so that we understand exactly what we are trying to say. If I go, let me go back to the e-learning. So the course that Linekela used for demonstration is student orientation on online learning. So students have access to this. Normally we use this for what we call orientation. So he accessed lesson 1 in this course, and actually the demonstration he did is on testing AI detection. So this is an example we give in here. So as a lecturer, I will see that there is a student named Linekela. He submitted, and the 24% here meets similarity. So this is what the system managed to find out about the responses in the assignment forwarded by a student named Linekela. So if you copy from a site and paste in your answers, Turnitin will detect it. And you as a student, you can see the detection in terms of similarities. So here the system, you as a student will be able to see that the detection is 14%. Once I click there, I'm a student, I will be able to see the similarity. So there is no problem. But the issue, and this is not NAST, this is Turnitin. Turnitin up to now, they didn't yet add the component of artificial intelligence for students to see. So what I know that is about business, because they want if a university wants students to see, so we have to pay for it. So this is really nothing to do with us, nothing to do with the student. But me as a lecturer, I'm able to see the similarities. Is their system will tell me what the student submitted, 100% likely to be AI generated text. So me as a lecturer, I will really get worried. The student didn't do the work, the student just copied what AI gave. Of course, most of the time when lecturers read what students wrote, they will realize that there are misconceptions in terms of the answers the student provided. But if I understood well, your question is like the student don't have access to turn it in. No, they have. So if you never experience this, it means your lecturer is not using it. Okay, but all students, they have access to it through the online courses that the lecturers develop for them. But for you, and I will add that one on what we develop for the CAS and CEO. This is a AI detector. We'll provide a link. The link is already there that you can use to detect whatever you are doing, to detect how it is, for you to ensure that the work you are doing is really original from what you are doing. So this is very important. And I will provide also the one for GPT. The link is there. And the other one that we used, Linekela used this morning, which is, the name is this one. No, not this one, but is this. The name is Content Scale, AA detector. So I will share also this link. So you need to be able to find out that what you are using is AA detected. You should not think that lecturers will not see it. They will see it. Is that okay?
It's okay. Sharing the link will be appreciated, Mr. Nkusi.
No, I will add the links on the PowerPoint presentation, because you need really to understand how things works, and to also to be very careful, not to do something thinking that other people will not see it. Yeah, lecturers will see it definitively. I can see another hands from Boas and the Mutela. Boas, come in.
Yes, good day once again, colleagues and my esteemed presenters.
Thank you.
It was a mouthful information, very appreciated from the student perspective. I have two questions.
Yes.
One, the IA bot has, well, we just learned that it has got a limitation information that is only up to 2021. My question is, if I am interested in finding out things that are, I mean, from 2021 onwards to date, so to say, that means I cannot use this bot. And second to that question is, why it's so? I mean, I would love to use the bot to explore things like green hydrogen in Namibia, for example. But in this case, it means I will have challenges to do that.
Yes.
The other question is, we also learned that there's a language. I mean, it uses a language to communicate. Now, what does this mean? Does it mean the spoken language, to say Spanish, English, or Shwambo, or does it mean the computer language? for example, like coding and all this. What I'm trying to say is I would love to have the chat GPT bot to say things in my vernacular, for example, if there's such an option.
Okay.
Yes, and then lastly is that the reliability of the information generated from the bot. How do I check then? Say I'm getting a mathematical problem that I do not know. Now, how will I detect that this information it's not up to standard? Is there any mechanism to detect this? Thank you.
Okay. No, welcome. Let me start with the first question, which is about the limitation in terms of availability of information that stop at 2021. You know, when you use this chat bot, the chat GPT, you have a free version. So what we showed you is about the version that is free. So let me show you something on it. I'm trying to reduce so we can see everything we want to see. You see, can you see what I'm sharing on the left side of the screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
You see the system is saying upgrade to plus.
Yes.
So if you want the information beyond 2021, you have to upgrade to plus. But upgrading has some consequences. You have to pay. It's not free anymore. You understand? So that limitation is only on the free version that we are using. And we are using actually the ChatGPT version 3. But there is a version 4. The version 4, you have to pay. So this is what we'll see with the university, how to address this issue. So you are right. When you need information about the hydrogen production or whatever in Namibia, it may not give you the latest information because it doesn't have that information. The system wants you to upgrade. It's about business. But you have other chatbots. If you go, for example, let me share something. If, okay, here I'm on Edge. Edge is one of the browsers that every computer has. And at NAST, if you have a computer, you have access to this. So Edge has its own AI, a chatbot. For example, if I ask, where is Namibia? Look very carefully. The system may give me some site where I can go to check the information. But here the system provides me also a link to a chat. So this is also a chat bot. So if I click on it, it will ask me to ask anything. So I can ask the same question, where is located Namibia? And the system will be able to provide you the answers you are looking for. So don't get discouraged if the chatbot cannot give you the information you want. You have a lot of information that are out there available that you can access. Now, your second question, how can I find out that the information I received is accurate? And that's where being a student, being an academic is very important. You do research. You go to search other sources, what they say about what you received from the ChatGPT. If the ChatGPT told you something, go check. And our library here at NAST, we have a lot of resources. And we are learning that students really are not using the e-resources accordingly. So you have a huge database that can provide you the opportunity to assess the responses you got from the chat GPT. Okay, so that is another way. So you should not think that everything you are receiving from the chat GTP is accurate. No. Here I'm saying no. Some of the information will be correct, but some of the information within won't be correct. And you can ask the system to refine the answer by asking other questions, follow-up questions, in order to make things clear to you. So once things are clear to you, you don't stop there. You need to look at other sources. And all of you at NAS, we have specific courses that are research related, like research methodologies. So if you are a first-year student, you can find out. You have a lot of resources, even on YouTube, on how to do research. So we need to be scholars. We should avoid just to take what we are getting in class. What you are getting in class is good. What your lecturer prepared for you, but it's not enough. As a student, we need to be lifelong learners. Not only student, any professional. Because things are changing. Even in what you are learning, every day there are new things that is your responsibility, you as a student, to find out. Why is your responsibility? Because the university invested a lot of money to get a library like the one that we have actually. So we need to use all these things. You need to use the internet that the university made available to you as students when you are here on campus. So these are the resources to use that you will lose them once you have graduated. You will not get access to those resources again while you are not a student. So you need to use this opportunity you are here at NAST to use all of these things. So another question, there were a third one.
Asking if they can use ChatGPT on local languages.
Aha! No, that is a very good question. So there is quite a number of languages that actually ChatGPT is using. You have French, Portuguese, Spanish, Arabic, Russians, and so on. But what I'm sure, there is no Shiwambo. Yeah.
Show
Yeah.
with the camera. So we wanted to ask if we could translate in Ashibambu. It gave us an incorrect answer. We asked it to verify.
Yeah.
And then it was able to correct itself.
It's in the ChatGPT.
Yeah.
It did that. Okay.
Can you show?
Yeah. No, let me give you this. So I think it's possible. One of my colleagues here said, huh? Okay, she wants to show with a camera. Let's hope you will be able to. So she said it's possible. So what is the question?
So first I asked.
Yeah, you can also put this so you can see it. This is very interesting. I didn't know that.
So I first asked in Kinyarwanda because in
I cannot see on the screen.
Yeah. Okay, she's going to show you.
All right.
No, it will not show tips. It won't show. So it will show just the camera. Can you see what the camera is showing on the screen?
No, we can't see.
You can't see.
The camera.
Not at all.
Yeah, we are using a camera that is connecting to my computer. Okay, maybe you can just talk. Just
okay,
talk. It's okay. Yeah.
So,
yeah, just talk like loudly.
okay. Hello. So for your question regarding if you can use ChatGPT to translate in local languages, I first explained how ChatGPT uses its sources from internet, and now in Google Translate they actually do have local languages. So I believed it would only be Kinyarwanda because I tried to look for Ashibambu, I didn't find anything. So I first asked to translate something Kinyarwanda, and it was able to. I'm not sure if it's correct. Is that,
yes,
so
yes,
I asked, can you translate this to Kinyarwanda? Hello, what is my name? And then ChatGPT responded, sure. Hello, what is my name? Can be translated? Kinyarwanda?
It's correct. In there.
Yeah, so it was correct.
Yeah.
So then I asked for Oshiwambu. I asked, can you translate hello, what is my name? And then in Oshiwambu.
Just read.
In Oshiwambu, it said it provided the text.
Mwandinga Yange is correct.
And then I asked my colleague if that was correct, and she said like it was incorrect.
It's incorrect.
So now whenever you have inaccuracies, you can whenever there's inaccuracies, you can ask ChatGPT like, are you sure that's correct? Ask it more clarifying. So once I asked that, it was able to correctly. So you ask, hello, what is my name?
Okay, wonderful. So what we are trying to say here, if there is a site that can translate in Oshiwambo, like Google Translate, I'm not sure if Oshiwambo is there, but I know there is Afrikaans is there. Is there any other language from Namibia? Yeah. So if it was in Afrikaans, which is one of the languages in Namibia, yes. But Oshiwambo, since it's not in Google Translate or any other, so it means the system looked around. If there is a site that can translate, and the system will use that to provide the translation. So the translation is not in all languages, but there is quite a number of languages that are in there. So I think another thing that we need to pay attention on is to get scholars in Namibia. Let's say if you want Oshiwambo language to be on Google Translate, it's possible to do that, but you need researchers in Namibia, specialists in the language of Oshiwambo, to come up with that information that can be uploaded to the Google. So I know many languages, that's how they do. They will get a language pack for Oshiwambo, a language pack for Ocherero, and the other languages in Namibia. So this was to answer to your questions. It cannot do it for all languages, vernacular languages, but if the language exists already on the site, on the internet, where this can be translated in the language, GPT will go there and they will be able to translate using what is available already on the system. Is that okay with the answers? This was
thank you very much.
Yes. You are welcome.
Thank you very much, sir.
Okay,
can I just say something?
Yes, please.
On Amunyela's reaction, I would love to make a comment there.
Yes.
Say mentioned that right now the Turn-It-In program does not give access to the students to see the AI
detection
status
results.
Yes. But I think Amunyela mentioned something that is very important to say. If the student would have access to that, it will encourage responsible writing and it will just make a student to be more encouraged to work hard on themselves, just like the what is it? The similarity is doing to us. Similarity is not only showing what we do wrong, but it's also encouraging us to work harder for us to be able to do what is right. And I think it's in the same vein with AI. If the school, for example, will be able to just help us with the negotiations or whatever need to be done, so that can be also open to the students, this will be of a great help, really.
Yes. No, boss, you are right. You are right. And this is the next step. There were a lot of pressure on Turn-It-In from universities, saying that there is no control to find out if the work submitted by the student is the student work or is AI. So they worked quickly on the detector module. But what I can tell you is not yet 100%, how can I say, effective. So this is something that is increasing. And remember, a AI detector is also an artificial intelligence application. So it's learning and is improving. Yeah. More we are using these systems, more they improve because they are using algorithm for improvement. Yeah, you remember we spoke about machine learning. Okay, so what is coming? I know next year what Tenet-In is saying they are going to add that AI detector for students also to see it. But as I said, there will be some cost, some fee that will be linked to that, but which in my view won't be something very big that the university won't be able to. But this is, I don't to comment on that. The university will look at it and of course will portray your message. Is very important. This is also part of my job. I have to do something that will benefit the student. But what I need to say, you don't only have the AI in a Tenet-In. You have also in other detectors. You remember what we demonstrated earlier that I'm sharing? Like this one, the system will tell you what is happening. Here, the system is showing that highly likely what is in pink is AI information. Okay, you have a different, for this one you can see really is a lot of information. The system is reporting that this is AI generated text. So this can help the student. You can improve on this and you scan it again to see how it's improving. But remember, with assignments, students have to provide the references where they got the information. References are very, very critical. And I remember what I said from your question, your first question that was very critical. How do I know the accuracy of the information? You do that through research. You look at the site that says the same thing, authors, journals, and so on. And at last, we have access to a huge, huge database of that. Is that okay? Boas and other students?
Thank you very much.
Any other question?
Yes, and thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
So I think we went a little bit beyond time, but it's because we started also a little bit late. But next time we'll make sure we start on time. The recordings will be made available, the time to process it nicely, to put on the site and to let you know. And I will send shortly a link for you to indicate to us that you attended, because we'll be using the information you provided, that especially the emails, and for those also who shared the mobile phone, will be sharing with you information on Telegram, the channel, also the group that we are going to create by Monday. The group will be there, where we'll include all the students who registered. We will be sharing with you a lot of information that's going to help you in your learning. So thank you very much, and I wish you a lovely weekend. We took you 2 hours and 30 minutes of your time, but what I can guarantee you, this will really help a lot. Thank you very much, and we meet again.
That's the last question. You
Okay,
question.
The graduate. Okay, there is a question, yes?
Yes, sir. You mentioned the graduate competence webinar session that you'd like to come up. Probably just when? Or...
Yeah. We have the graduate outcomes that the university identified, there are 6. 1, 2, 3. There are 6. So I will share with you that one as well, because this is really critical. So this will help you to assess yourself, what we call self-assessment. You will ask yourself if you have those competencies. So competencies are not knowledge. Competencies are not information. A competence is something at a higher level. It means a competence holds the knowledge, the skills, the abilities, the values in the area that competence is located. So it means I have knowledge about something. Let's say I'm doing business studies. I have knowledge. I understand. If you stop there, it means you didn't develop the competence linked to that. So the question is this: with that knowledge on business that I learned, do I understand it? Yes. Do I know it? Yes. Can I use it? Can I use it to solve problems, to communicate properly in a team, to communicate using technologies? Can I use that for resilience purposes if you have a business or you are working in a specific organization? So these are the set of competencies that you as a student, you have to develop. So this is you, the student, responsibility. Because when you go out there, the owner of organization, the managers of organization will not really be interested to know if you know something. They need to know if you can solve problems that they have, if you can do things. So you can know things, but you don't know how to do, how to use the knowledge. So that's what I'm trying to say. So I will get, I can see there is a need. I will get another webinar specifically for that. It will help you when you graduate. You start asking yourself those very relevant questions. Do I have this competence in this field I specialize in? Because if you feel you don't have it, it means there is something that you need to do. You need to find support from your lecturers. Your lecturers will really guide you on how to do that. So this is very important. So at the end of the day, when you go out of NAST, you are out of our hands, but you are our product. So as what we do, we want to make sure that you have all the information that will help you to be a better professional when you go out there. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, to you and your team.
Thank you, sir.
And
Okay, thank you. Okay, we keep in touch. Bye-bye.
Bye.
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 Chop, chop.
Thank you so much.